Mo,
Yeah.
question
Yeah,
for
Mo.
you. One of the things, and maybe you're distinct from the other people on the stage, is that a lot of your work, particularly in TV since The Daily Show, involves a persona. You know, Mo Rocca, intrepid reporter, who's going to go out there and do sometimes very serious treatments of very silly things. I mean, that's how I see it.
Okay.
First of all, am I right? I mean, is there kind of a
That
Mo
sounds
Rocca?
good. Actually, I should use that. Yeah, no, I mean, it's fun to approach silly things seriously and to approach serious things maybe sometimes in a silly way. And it's, you know, it's not hard to do when more votes are cast for American Idol than in the midterm elections and things like that, because everything's sort of turned upside down, and it's really fun and absurd. But I'm also, I think, sort of a beneficiary of the age. Well, you know, remember the cable in the classroom? That program. I've always felt like cable is my classroom. That I've had that there's so many different channels, and they need to be filled with experts on all sorts of things. So I mean, and it's the cottage industry of expertise has been good to me, going and being a food expert on Iron Chef when I really don't know anything about food. I eat it. That's pretty much it.
There was a
and
period.
giving design tips on bathrooms on TLC when I can use a bathroom, but I really don't know much else about it. And I was in Japan, so I can squat too. Or being a relationship expert on Bravo. I've been a legal analyst on Court TV. I've hosted a special on hot country music video extras for CMT, and then I did a panel on the best moments in the Golden Girls for Lifetime Television. One led exactly to the other, the country music hot video extras to Golden Girls. And I've been on Telemundo. I mean, the only place I have not been, and Nancy, I'm hoping, I don't know,
I don't
is
have any
BET.
connections. I
Okay,
have
no,
no
she doesn't.
I'm
But
not
that's
black enough for BET. Don't you understand? So I have no connections.
But that's, you know, the strange world of punditry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I know, and one of my favorite things you ever did was when you went on, it was some ostensibly serious news show to defend, what was it, Lingerie Barbie?
Well, I went on the O'Reilly Factor.
That was it.
Oh my gosh.
And I got into a knockdown drag-out with a representative from the Concerned Women for America, who is now, in fact, the president of that very big and powerful organization. It's actually a big conservative women's group, and we were there to talk about the appropriateness of lingerie Barbie, and you know, when they asked me to go on, and this is how all these shows work. I actually think this is important for people to know. All the yappy talking head shows. They called me up and they said, "Would you come on the O'Reilly Factor to talk about lingerie Barbie?" And I said, "Sure." And they said, "What do you think of it?" And I said, "You know, I think it sounds kind of dumb." And they said, "Oh, really?" And I said, "What's the problem?" "Well, we have somebody already who thinks it's dumb." I went, "Oh, okay, actually, I think it's great." And they went, "Really? That's interesting." And I kid you not, and they said, "All right, in the second half of the segment, we're going to be talking about Midge, pregnant Barbie, who's Barbie's cousin. And what do you think of that?" And I said, "Oh, I'm definitely in favor of that." "Oh, no." I said, "What?" "The same person actually, ironically, likes pregnant Barbie." I said, "Okay, well, I think she sounds like a whore. I'm sorry. She sounds..." So I went on it, and I made an impassioned argument for how lingerie Barbie was a great way for young girls to sublimate their instincts to put on lingerie, to wear a Merry Widow bustier or whatever, and it was a great way to prevent your daughter from becoming a crack whore, was by actually playing with this and channeling all of that, and you know, and it would prevent girls from getting pregnant at the age of 10 and 11. I mean, crazy things like that, and you know, but no one's listening to each other on those shows, so it was the no spin zone. I sort of was thrown into one of the outer valence shells, and then my head exploded. So
I guess my question is...
Oh my God.
Yes. You're liking the chemistry.
Oh, and I
humor.
described pregnant Barbie as freakishly fecund because she had two children.
Is that you though when
and
you
that's
do
a
those
replacement
gigs?
rate, actually 2.1 because of infant mortality. What?
Is that you though, the person who's arguing for lingerie Barbie or against pregnant Barbie or any of the other odd
Well,
gigs
that's
you
what
do?
I'm talking to my psychotherapist about. No, it is. No, I love. Look, I mean, it's a heightened version. I mean, I do like to sit home and memorize things. I know the capital of every country in the world, and if you shout out a country now, I can tell you, and I love to do it. I love to do that. What? The capital of Djibouti is Djibouti. Don't try to stump me on that. I hate that. Djibouti. He won't get it. He'll go, ah, Mbabane, when that's actually the capital of Swaziland. So.
Suriname.
Paramaribo, which I love. I bet it's really dangerous, though. A lot of these capitals are very dangerous. But the capital of Burkina Faso is Ouagadougou. The one that no one asks that everyone should ask is Brunei.
What is the capital of Brunei?
Bandar Seri Begawan. It's so long.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
That's very good.
So, anyway, I like information. That's why I like going on news shows, because you can take information, you can harness it, and you can be silly with it and fun with it, and you still get your information out.
Let me